Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off your hot and cold water supplies. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Whirlpool Duet washer drive motor. It's going to be a very easy repair and it should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the instructions and the new drive motor. The drive motor is what actually drives the drum, so the main reason you'd be changing it out is if it's shorted and it's not turning properly. In order to remove the back panel to change the part, we have to take this hose off since it's snapped into this panel. So all we have to do is use our pliers, loosen up this clamp, snap them out of their holders, and we can pull it off. Once we have that hose out, we can go around and remove all the screws that hold in the back panel. You're going to use your Torx 20 driver again. Before we can take the panel off, we have to take these covers off because they kind of lock the back panel to the washer. So you just have to lift up on one side and pull them out. Once you have all those covers off, we should be able to pull the back panel off. Now that we have the back panel off, we have access to the motor. We took the lower brace off so you could see this all in the video, but you don't have to take yours off. You can just reach in and do it. First thing we have to do is get the belt off the motor. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is spin the pulley and it'll drop off if you pull on the belt. Next thing you have to do is disconnect this green ground wire. There's a little button on the back that you have to push. It's locked on there. So if you press on that, it releases it. It's right there. And then we can remove the bolt that holds the motor in. It's metric. It's 13 millimeter. So you can get a socket and take it off. Once you have it out, we can pull the motor off this pin. And then we have to disconnect this wiring. It's a little harder to do from the inside. That's why we pulled the motor out first. We have to disconnect this little holding tab right here. So you're gonna have to get a needle nose, squeeze this together, and then pull it out from the other side. Once you have that out, it'll give you a little bit more room. Once you have this little locking clip released, we can take these two ground wires off. They're locked on the same way as the other one. Press down on the little tab and it'll release. And then the last thing we have is the main wiring harness plug, which is right here. It has two locking tabs that you need to press down on. And you can disconnect the wire harness. Once you have those out, then you can pull the motor out. Here's the old drive motor next to the new drive motor. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. There's a note in here saying that if you have one of the older style motors that doesn't have this harness shield integrated into the motor, it's attached to the tub and you have to take it off to make room for the new one. So if you don't have a shield around this and you have something hanging off the bottom of the tub, you need to remove that off the bottom of the tub. The old motor had this plastic cap on it. The new one's a little bit thicker, so you don't need that anymore. And we can put this in. Alright, to install the new motor, we're going to first hook up the wire harnesses and then put it into the tub. So the main connector just plugs in and locks into place. The ground wires snap into place. And then we have to turn the motor and push it back a little bit so we can put this mounting pin back into this hole right here. Once you have all the wires connected, we can put the 2 pins into the support holes on the tub. And once we get them lined up, we can push it in. And then we can swing the motor up and put back in the bolt to hold it in place. Once we have that tightened down, we can put the ground wire back on. The belt has to be stretched pretty good to get it back over the big pulley. So make sure you put the grooves onto the motor pulley and then hook it around one side and then hold it as you pull it around the pulley, stretching it into place. Once you have it on, make sure that the belt is centered in the pulley so there's less chance of it sliding off. We can put the back panel on. All we have to do is feed it up under this panel and push it in. I'm going to line the holes up and put this screw in first to hold it in place. And then I can go around and do all the screws. Next thing we have to do is put back in the shipping bolt covers. All they do is slide into place this way, so we can slide them in, and then it snaps into place. You want to make sure that the rounded edge is on the outside, and make sure you do it for all 4 of them. Last thing we have to do is push the drain hose back on. All we have to do is push it up into place and then move the clamp up to secure it. And then you can run whatever excess you didn't have or use through these clips and then out to your drain. Now that you're done repairing the washer, you can plug it back in, turn the water back on, and take it for a test spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.